Hey guys, long time no see. So I wanted to update everybody what I've been working on. So I decided a couple weeks ago that I wanted to do an ambassador program, and so I do have a TikTok shop, and I think I might have mentioned in one of my first videos that I do press-ons, but I had taken a hiatus from it for a while, and I just had some things going on in life and just took a break. But since I've been on YouTube and connecting with all of you ladies, I've just really enjoyed doing the nail art, and I really like making them I love doing designs for people. So I just kind of wanted to get back into it, and so I put a post on my TikTok account asking for ladies that wanted to be a part of my new ambassador program, and I had two lovely ladies reach out. One was a new customer, and they are just perfect for the job because one is a nail tech, and sorry, my kitty's begging at the door. That sad little meow, so pitiful. But anyway, so I'm just cleaning up here because it's a hot mess. But anyway, so one is a nail tech, and she is super sweet, so supportive. So basically I told them that I would prepare nails for them in exchange for their honest reviews. And so we had discussed, and I was thinking 2 sets a month, because then ideally it would be like one every other week, every 2 weeks or something, but they're very kind. They said they just ship it all at once instead of paying for shipping twice. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. So they sent me some really cool designs, and maybe I'll do a post and link their accounts on TikTok. So but anyways, yes, I love my ambassadors. They're super sweet and very supportive. Big Q, she's hilarious. She has a big following, and she loves her guinea pigs. They're so adorable. So I will link them so you guys can check them out. But anyways, I really appreciated the feedback from them, especially just knowing reality, what I'm up against, especially on TikTok, because most of the people are wanting press-ons that are ready to go, and it's so hard to focus with her too. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so the large brands that are handmade, yes, they're handmade, but in a factory with 800 workers. But they make she made a valid point. She has purchased a lot from TikTok shop, and they're $3, $5, and they're cute. They're very nice designs. So I knew that, and that's kind of also one of the reasons why I wasn't really into it as much anymore, just because it was really hard to compete, and I got a little discouraged. But so I decided maybe my focus should be hand painted art, which my skills are super rusty. It's been a hot minute since I had really painted any sort of characters. So I'm going to open up the first set. So this was Q's set that she wanted. She is a huge character fan of character art. And so this one was really not that bad. I was struggling a lot with the French tips and the flowers. Not so much was it Daisy Duck? It was the dang flowers, because they're not like, I don't know, they're kind of little fried eggs. That's what they look like. So oddly enough, those were kind of weird to paint, but they're cute. They turn out exactly how I wanted them to. And I will try to link the inspo photos and the creator if she had them in theirs, but I tried finding the creator of these. So anyways, so the products that I use, so I started with, because she loves XL nails in square and stiletto. And so previously I didn't get a whole lot of requests. I don't think I had any requests, actually. I think maybe once a request for an XL square nail, and so that was a learning curve for me. And also doing the acrylic, which I think it really needed it, instead of just doing a builder gel, because I think it really needed the extra support. So the white I had to order a different white. I need recommendation from you guys, if maybe my bottle is just getting older, but I've had it for, I guess, going on 2 years now maybe, and it's running a little bit low. But it's just, but it's kind of always been that way, where I've had to do 4 coats so this was 4 coats of the white on the French tips. So, and then it's like, it gets thick and lumpy because I'm doing so many coats, but I'm doing really thin layers. So of course, but it just doesn't really level out very nicely, and so I actually have to go in and sand it. So it was the pain. So and also the trying to color match, because I got very close to the colors in the inspo photo, but that was pretty hard. But thankfully I had some, I think like Melody Susie of the same brand, that I was able to mix to get the right color. But and I think I used for the black, I believe that was the liner gel from Enel Couture, and I just used, oh, where is, hang on, let me find, here we go. This brush, if you guys, whoops, I don't know if you guys follow her, but Nail Slate by Val, she just came out with her own product line this past year, and she was one of the first nail artists that I followed, and I just adore her. She is just so sweet and just humble, down to earth, and kind of shy, but she's got a huge following and she's just the sweetest. And so of course I wanted to support her brand. She's got some gorgeous new polishes out too, but the coolest thing about her brushes is that because she has always used acetone on her brushes, and so because I also have, who is it, Hella Cute Liner Brush, Nails by Dev. So, ooh, gotta clean it. So thankfully there's a cap, but anyways, you cannot use acetone on those brushes. But with Nails Slate by Val, they were acetone resistant, and this is the Hella Cute Liner brush. So it's a very nice brush, and Nails by Dev uses it for all of her nail art and French tips and things. So it's a good brush, but I really love that this comes to a very fine point. I don't know if you can see it, but very fine brush, and so that is what I used for the outline to get those super thin lines. And this one's a 12 millimeter, and then I also have I think it's like a 9 millimeter. I just finished painting, so I love that I can just use acetone to clean it up, and all acetone resistant, and it's a really beautiful brush, and for $10. So definitely she's on the Shop app, so check her out and her account. She is lovely, great artist. She's been doing this for a while now. So that is the Daisy Duck set for her, and the matte top coat was, I believe, Madam Glam, and I do really like that. I do love the Madam Glam top coat. I think matte top coat specifically is very nice. And then for the second set, since she wanted character design, I was like, can I do maybe more simple design for the other one? And she was like, oh, French tips or something, and just some little hand painted stuff. And I was like, wait, what? Let's see, my definition of simple is, I don't know, is maybe some stamping, maybe 1 or 2 French tips, but anyways, it's all good. I really enjoyed doing this set. It's different from the inspo photo like we did. She wanted to do, when she saw the set that I was working on, she was like, ooh, I want neons. And so, because she's actually friends with Miss Boss Lady, the other ambassador. And so anyways, but this one took me a while too. Again, I used the Madam Glam for the French tips. The ombre, I used Enel Couture liner brush and just swiped some down and then just dabbed it on with a little, it's late, I'm losing my mind here, but not cotton ball, but these little guys. Sponge. There it is. Oh man, I've been staying up so late every single night and for the past 3 weeks just to perfect. So the problem is I will see something, a fuzzy that accidentally got encapsulated when I was doing a top coat, or even though I have 2 giant air purifiers in here, when I sweep and I'm constantly cleaning my desk, I just keep getting just like fuzzies. And so, and I guess maybe having my window open, that's like pollen probably, but it's screened, but I guess pollen is pretty thin. But anyway, so, and then another problem is I realized that I had a wrong size. I'd shown her the set and then I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Something looked off, but because I did acrylic on it, I couldn't figure out what size it was. But I had to look very close and it was like, oh my God, I think that's a size 4. And that's not the size that I needed. So anyways, this one actually looks like a 3. I'm still so stumped. I have no idea. So I ended up making another nail. Part of it too, I think it's just bigger overall on the outside because I used to top coat for this set. It did a very minimal thin application of acrylic for the base, and which is gorgeous, by the way. Sorry, I'm all over the place talking about I did that. Bomb Nails. Who is it? Dulce and, oh boy, Sandra. I've seen them do their swatching and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to get acrylic for a very long time now. And I just fell in love with the Bomb Nails colors. I'm a sucker for those sheer pinks with a little bit of glitter. It's just so, this beautiful fairy tale pink. This one is Romance. It just has the perfect amount of glitter. And then there's another one that I got. I can't remember which one, but this one has really pretty fine silver flakies. It's more pink. This is looking peach because she wanted a more nude base. So I did have to go over, and I think I used, was it my, no, I don't remember. Black Katrina Nails. She has a beautiful color for base that I used. So that's this set, and she wanted some rhinestones. Well, she does not really like 3D art, and a lot of, mostly because it's not very functional for her, especially for work. And I'm like, I hear you. You don't want to get stuff snagged. And so, but she's okay with, usually when she gets rhinestones, she just wants them by the cuticle. But in the inspo photo, which had completely different colors, by the way, it was like some big charms up top here and then a couple of rhinestones. And we were both laughing. I was like, so, because I don't really know where to place the rhinestones. I'm not very good at that. But I'm seeing already, oh man, I can see where I'll have to go over, I think, with some acetone and just clean up. But that was my biggest problem, I feel like, which took me so long, is one, I wanted to make the design exactly like the inspo photo. And so I was just so careful and just trying to perfect it. She loved this set. I don't love my line work here. I was kind of struggling with that. But once I got the La Katrina Nails, because I ordered some painting gels from La Katrina, that helped tremendously. The Enel Couture liner gels, especially the neon green, was a little too sheer, and so I had to keep going over it and just build up the color. So that kind of made it bulky. So this one was surprisingly, honestly, I feel like it was more difficult than the Daisy Duck set. Isn't that crazy? I think it's also because the lines were just, it's very cool. It's like that 90s flame look, but then there's these just random squiggles too. So they're not really then just a few dots. So it just didn't flow naturally for me. So that was just weird. You know what I'm saying? If it was like zebra print, I can look at the photo and just be like, all right, it's zebra. I know how to do that. But this, I don't really get the pattern. I don't really, is it a branch? Is it a flame? And so that's why I was really looking at the photo trying to figure out, but I'll post that one. Y'all will see. And if somebody knows what that style is, please tell me if you can find more of those patterns somewhere. But she did send me some other inspo photos, so I will be doing a couple more similar to that. Anyways, those are Q's sets, and I'm going to ship those out tomorrow. This one, I'm still just finishing up the top coat and chroming. So this one was actually the hardest out of all of them. Can you believe that? So I think it's because of the orange and the green. If it was just blue and green, that's super easy to ombre, but the orange was so hard. I don't know why. It just was. Y'all, I filed this off. I lost count after 5 or 6 times. That's ridiculous. I actually do have OCD, and so that's why it takes me a long time to finalize things. And see, I'm already looking right now and I see something that I don't like. But I have to stop myself because I will literally, I just won't stop. I'll just keep going. And then that's why it's really helpful to have them, to show them photos. And Q was laughing and she was like, girl, there was nothing wrong with that. Why'd you file it off? I don't know. It just, well, it was weird because the ombre, it's obviously was, they use Skinner brush. And I normally do fine with ombres as long as I have a good type of pet gel or a really opaque gel. I'm fine, but something about maybe the shape of the nail or doing this on top of, I think on top of, well, again, I had Madame Glam for the white base, but I ended up actually even buying just an affordable airbrush, and that was not turning out exactly how I wanted it either, so I ended up wiping that off, and then I went back again with my Pet gels, and, but because I don't, from La Katrina Nails, art gel is a little different. I didn't really try it too much, but I don't have those colors that I need. And so I will try them out though to see how they work for making ombres. But anyways, this was my first bangle set that I've done. And I like the way it turned out. Oh shoot, yep, I am missing something. I have to go back in and put the rhinestones too, because it kind of looks like a diamond ring on them. It's pretty cool. The inspo photo is really phenomenal. This one is a long stiletto, and you can see the shaping isn't that great. A lot of it is because I had to do so many layers of that Madame Glam white. But I am looking forward to getting Alcatrina's white. I just ordered it today. She got a flash sale. So, sorry, just cleaning up as I go because I literally just finished that one set. But all right, so on to the next one. This one was pretty cool. Can we see it? Let's see. There we go. All right, this one was really, really neat. I think I got pretty close to the inspo photo. So I love how it's two different greens. One is a bluish green, like a minty green, but then in the inspo photo I noticed I had to zoom in, but I could see like a really bright neon green, and so ombre on that went fine. But I ran into issues with the pink. That color was very hard to match, and in the inspo photo it is a gorgeous pink, but I searched the bottom of the internet trying to find this inspo photo. I asked ChatGPT, but I just could not figure out who made this design, because sometimes people will link what they use in products and things, but I couldn't find it. So I did my best, and I kept wiping it off. I kept filing it off, but I did use this liner gel, which is actually like a very neon pink, but it's more of a coral color. It's very pretty, but it's actually coming out like a little more like cool tone in the camera here, but it's very warm tone. So, and then I used the other white liner gel from Inal Couture to tone it down, and then I added a hint of blue from Inal Couture, so that helped significantly because it was definitely more of a cool toned hot pink. But anyway, so a little crazy, and I guess I was maybe a little nervous. I told Miss Boss Lady, I was like, it feels like I'm cooking for a chef. So she was like, oh, don't be nervous. But anyway, so that is what I've been up to. Yep, those were just 4 designs, but work has been crazy. I get home and I gotta help my son get his homework started. What else he went on a SeaWorld field trip. We had to do a turn and burn, and that was so crazy. We had to be there at 5 a.m. So we both only had a couple hours of sleep, but he did really well. He was bummed because on spring break, he broke his arm at the skating rink. And he really wanted to do the rides, but they won't let you if you have a hard cast. I also didn't want him to, but he kept just asking and begging, and I was like, baby, I'm really, like, it's dangerous. And I was trying to explain the reasons why it was not a good idea. But ultimately he understood, but he was still bummed. But we still had a lot of fun. I think my favorite thing was the dolphins. They were absolutely adorable. They're like cats. The way that they're just swimming up, and they were very social. I just loved that. They were so freaking cute. And then my son really loved the sea lions? Yeah, they were barking for their fish. They're cute. So that was fun. So in between all that, I was working on these every day. And so they have some other really cute designs for me, and I'm so excited to do. Q really wants me to do some more character designs, so she wants to pay for those, and I'm excited. I really love doing the character nail art. I feel like that is just going to be like my niche, I hope. But I told her that I definitely need practice because it's been so long, but I had to hand sketch it out first with a pencil, and that helped a lot. But just doing it on 2 nails is not as bad, so it's really not too bad. And then she's also helping me with pricing, because I asked her, I was like, I feel like I know some people charge so much for the character designs, $100 or so, anywhere from 80 to 120. And so I'm like, I know I wouldn't want to pay that much for just press-on nails, and if I'm being honest. Obviously I'm a DIYer, I can do that myself. So, but anyways, so yeah, I think my current pricing structure, it would be $55 maybe, I think, for XL long. And she said that's not bad. So, but I need to work on that. And also I have to figure out with TikTok Shop as far as the orders go, because my friend Cindy made an order. I was so thankful and she purchased one of my little necklaces and then a nail set, and just I think I was not feeling well. I was sick or something. Oh, I remember when I first started this that I was just sleeping every day and just like I spent the whole weekend just sleeping. So I realized I was out of my, I hadn't been taking my B12 and iron, which I'm always deficient in that. And so it was like, that was it. So, but anyways, super rambly. Where was I going with that? I don't even remember. Oh, Kitty, she's back. So anyways, so what happened with TikTok Shop is that I guess I shipped it out a day too late and I got a violation. And so I was like, oh my God. Oh, I didn't. Nope. I put it in on a Saturday or Sunday, and USPS did not scan the package until it got to Jacksonville. So 2 days later, so it was a day late because of USPS, not because of me. I had it out on time, but it just sat for 3 days at that USPS station. So I got to figure out, I think I want to do a different carrier. I love UPS. They are way better. There's ways to get it cheaper. It's really about the same as ground shipping, but not for everything. I think it kind of varies depending on the type of package you're shipping. So, woo. Sorry, I had lots of updates to tell you guys. So this is just a chatty video. But anyways, I'm going to get to bed. I believe it's already Friday. It might be midnight. Oh my gosh. And I still have my full-time job I got to go to tomorrow. I know it's too much, I know, but I love it. I absolutely love doing this. It is so much fun. A really neat achievement. Man, I created that. So anyways, I adore you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will, for these next ones, now that I'm getting a little bit warmed up here, I will start filming some of the process and share with you guys. But I hope to do my nails soon because they are a hot mess. All right, bye friends.